I've been working down here for about 6 or 7 months now. It's not a pretty job. I live in Plymouth. It's not a pretty job, but someone's got to do it. Early starts. It's not easy either, but you get used to it after a while. Usually it's a lot busier than today. I mean, we finished dragging the market about 7:30 today. Usually it takes us up to about 10:30, a bit later, according to how much fish really. But apart from that, it's a smelly job really. You get to know a lot of different fish. Sharks come in, port beagles, strange fish that you wouldn't usually see, if you know what I mean. Get fish worth a lot of money, fish worth not a lot of money. It all depends. It's quite interesting if you like fish. You taste all different kinds of fish, but myself, I don't like fish, you know. But apart from that, job's a job, innit, really. So I wouldn't say it's a permanent job for myself. It's just like a step through, like, you know, stepping stone. But I don't mind it, yeah. You know, I don't think it's for me being on the boats, but in here it's not bad. You know, dry land, all that. So.
Well, we go door to door. We deliver right to the door, really. Just go around and we build up a bank of customers, and we go around the same places each week to our own customers, and we prepare it all and put it right in. The bigger ones are wholesalers. Yeah, we're just retail. Oh, only around locally. Around Plymouth, and out to the, you know, Wembury and that, as far as we go, really. 30 years. We just used to fish out of Plymouth here. We used to shoot 3 mile of rope and a big net. I've done that for 20 years.
My name's Mike Walker. Been fishing since I was 15. I'm now 53. I own my own trawler and work from Plymouth. It's not so good these days. It's too many regulations, too much quota, too much rules, everything. It's just got a paperwork chase, basically. It's everything is all part of it. It's not just quotas, it's everything that comes with it, really. I've been fishing all my life, and I'm in a position where I'm restricted by everything, really, including light quotas, really. Whereas people, when I first started, there was no licences, there was no quotas, there was nothing. You just bought a boat and went to sea. There's still a future, but it's not as good as it used to be. Well, it depends on the season, really. It's like this time of the year we start catching lemons now. Lemon, salt, plaice, whiting. Whereas before Christmas we were catching like squid and cuttlefish. So it just depends on the time of the year, really. Not recent, not the last few years has been much sort of pretty stable, really. Well, they're in the social life because they're always at sea. But normally these days, like my size of boat is like 2 crew, really. So it's a sort of range of about 40 miles. We can go Cornwall, we go Brixham sometimes, like different times of the year. We go Brixham rather than staying here, it's just better fishing up there. Or we can go like 40 miles south from Plymouth, so like straight out into the channel, really.
General Dog's Body. Officially company secretary, but because it's a small company, everybody has to do everything here. Well, I'd worked around the harbour a little bit before I met my husband, and having seen how fishermen lived and the sort of life they had, I would have advised any woman not to get involved with a fisherman, but we can never take our own advice. It's been interesting. Decidedly smelly, yes. The washing machine was a godsend. I had the choice of a piano or a washing machine for a wedding present, and the temptation was the piano, but the washing machine was by far the better choice. It helps if you like fish, but you do have to get on and lead your life, and you bring up your family with the expectation that whenever it matters, your husband won't be there, because we found a number of occasions. You you'll go to a family occasion or a wedding or something, and the weather's been bad for 3 weeks beforehand, and finally there's a window, and because you're always on a knife edge in terms of earning your living. It's absolutely related to what you catch. Sometimes the need is to send them to sea and you go off and do things. And you could very easily just sit at home waiting for them to be home and getting resentful. Which then makes it difficult when they are home, because you get into the habit of having your own particular arrangements and routines, and they come home and mess it up. But we get through. And retirement, I don't think in the fishing industry, well, you go until you drop, I think.
We buy off day boats, not the beamers. Beamers are out for 10 days. Whereas we get a day boat. Day boats are coming on the day, the fish is fresher. Not better. See, I have a restaurant next door which I've got to buy for as well, you see. It's not just the fish and chip shop. And the fish and chip shop itself is cod or haddock, obviously, you know, but there again in our restaurant that varies. There could be, one day it could be cod or haddock, plaice, maybe skate, Dover sole, lobsters as well. And we also do a dish of what we call the fruit de mer, which is a selection of shellfish. You know, which is very, very nice, I must admit. But yeah, it all just depends on the day, you know. Every day is different. Never the same.
There's a gap, at least that big, running across the entire top of the fridge, so even with the door shut, it doesn't feel it.
Really?